Hey there, beautiful view outside, but you know what? This is warm by October standards, and aside from the coastal showers today, not much for rain. Let me show you the latest on Doppler radar. We are still tracking a few of those showers off the coast, and a couple of those quick little chispas might interact with those view heading out to Shrimpery tonight, but overall, there isn't a whole lot of meaningful rainfall in the forecast, or a cool down for that matter, even with a cold front moving all the way through the coastal bend this weekend. So we got a lot to get into. If you're making weekend plans, you want to listen up. It starts off with wind direction. Our little chispas have been following around that east-southeast wind direction today, and the breeze has been helpful since it's hot, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to get a little breezier over the weekend. Not anything I would consider disrespectful winds just yet, but it really is going to be a help when we're talking about the warm temperatures we're dealing with. Right now, a lot of us are still in those middle to upper 80s, even a few 90s for the inland neighborhoods, but factor in the humidity. We've had a surge of that today, and it's making those feels like temperatures push right into the low to middle 90s, even at this hour, so close to sunset. So if you do have Friday night plans outdoors or even any other time throughout the weekend, make sure you're staying hydrated. For every adult beverage, whether coffee or alcohol, you want to pair that with a full glass of water to make sure you're staying cool out there. We've been showing you dew point temperatures every day this week. It helps us understand how much water is in the air around us relative to the temperature. And when we're in the 70s, that's air you can wear. Most neighborhoods across the coastal bend are in that category. We've got upper 60s for the inland neighborhoods that are doing a little bit better, but even still, yeah, it's more summer out there than fall. The fall feels won't arrive either because we need the weather pattern to overall change. So far, Muggy Meter looks to give us a little bit of improvement after our cold front as we head from Sunday into Monday in the middle of next week, but we're still going to have dew points that are at least in those middle to upper 60s, basically what our inland neighborhoods are feeling right now over the next 5 days. So let's talk about some record high temperatures because we could be challenging them. I don't think we'll beat record highs this weekend, but we're going to be close. In Corpus Christi, that's a record of 96 set back in 2004, and we're probably going to get up to about 94 tomorrow to boot. Around Sunday, that could look like 93, the record being 94, so that's pretty close. 92 for Monday, record of 96. Take a coastal neighborhood, for example, like Rockport. The humidity tends to keep temperatures a little bit lower along the coast, but still, look at this, 91 for the forecast high tomorrow, and the record to beat is 92. We last hit that back in 2011. For Saturday into Sunday, we dropped down to 89, and that continues on Monday. We're going to be very close to those records. So even still, this warm weather looks to last. Our cold front right now hanging out in the panhandle of Texas. That red and blue line, there's a stationary boundary, meaning we're kind of stuck. We need a push from upstairs in the atmosphere. That'll happen, and that's what's going to bring our cold front all the way down. There is a second cold front in the Pacific Northwest, but that won't be here until maybe Wednesday. And right now, we're not sure it's going to make it all the way through Texas, but it could help us have hope for some cooler weather as we head into November. Again, still pretty far out, so we'll keep an eye on it. But the trend across the northern Gulf Coast is a warm one, and while there may be some severe weather for our friends along the Mississippi River Valley, we would be happy with just a little bit of rain, and rain chances are going to look very small, aside from coastal showers very early on Saturday morning, late Friday into Saturday morning. We're really not looking at a lot. There they go. That'll be up in Aransas and Refugio counties, and then our cold front is going to move through very early on Sunday. And it's dry. We have completely dry air behind that, or at least by these summer-like standards, taking our dew points to the upper 60s. So to sum it up, make sure you're staying cool out there. We are going to have temperatures that are in the 90s for the next 7 days.